Hello everybody, this is Bench85. Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 19 Ultra Realism. I was going back and forth about what I wanted to do today. I considered, since we bought all these new fields scattered all over the place, going through and liming and cultivating the ones that weren't planted already. But that can wait, and besides I didn't want to spend the money on core samples or soil samples at this point. I feel like we have better things to spend it on. So I borrowed all the way up to, what is it, 500,000? So we're $500,000 in debt right now on our loan. And we are going to do forestry equipment. So I want to grab this guy. I think he will be a great benefit for us. We're going to buy a new one. Oh, it did end up over here. Good. After I bought it, I thought to myself, boy, I really hope that we don't have something set back home. It looks like it's getting dark already. But I want to go up into the fields area around home. Oh. Don't want to be sitting up on there. Also, you can run it from here. That's that one. To decide what we want to operate on. Oh, I don't want to be on the, or have the tines facing down. That wouldn't be good. So I'm trying to think of where we want to go with this. First of all, we should think about where the sawmill is, which I think is right over here. We don't have that far to go with the logs once we start cutting them up, right? So this is the sawmill. Yep, right there's the sawmill. So we just gotta come down this road a little bit. And as far as that goes, we might want to even go right up into here. This is where our field entrance is, and cut down a piece or two, or a tree or two over here. Now we obviously don't own that field, so it's gonna have to be fields like over in here, or trees over here that we own. We can just cut down into here and see how well we do. I think we should look at cutting this guy down. Oop. We can't back up when we're crouching because we open up the seasons menu there, because it's Control S right now. Oh, that cuts it down that way. Well, that was not exactly the direction I wanted it to go. But, as always, we delimb the tree and then we cut it up into sections and load her up and see how well we can do, right? Ooh. Come on. There we go. There's a little branch right there. Definitely not the easiest thing to do. We might have to do something with that afterwards. As far as length goes, I mean, we're cutting about like right here. It's probably a pretty good size. And I want to see if I cut this one. Yeah, I gotta watch out for that. Can't back up. If I cut it going this way, does it go off into the field? Yeah, that's what we wanted. Probably gonna drop that one. We'll probably drop this one. And then we'll start picking up logs. So I'll cut this up. I'll start stacking them in, and we'll see how things go. Watch out for that one. That one went the wrong way. Timber! Because, I mean, cutting trees, this is all going to be the same, right? You guys have seen this many times. I'm just curious as to whether or not it's beneficial for us to actually purchase, or not purchase, to do trees this time around. That's so funny, having to do it that way. Plus, I shouldn't be able to climb that high. Oh well. Well, it's definitely getting dark out, and we don't have a whole tree. And I had to cut things shorter than I expected, because this thing is not very big, and it's not very strong, and I can see why it's the cheaper version. But we're gonna see whether this is viable or not. I mean, if we can get a couple thousand out of this load, I mean, that's pretty good. But if we only get a couple hundred, you know, we're not going to continue doing this. Oh good, it opened right up for us. Oh, looks like we gotta drive a little ways here. We gotta go across this one. Apparently we weigh about 20,000 pounds. It seems a little on the high side. Oh, that wasn't enough to tag the icon here. Oh, it says sell wood. $870. That's not really worth it. I suppose if they were longer, it would be more worthwhile. That's the wood chips back there. Well, I was really hoping that logging would be a beneficial industry for us. At the moment, it doesn't look like it is. But it's gonna be time to sleep here, so I need to head home. Wait till morning and reevaluate, I guess, what we're gonna do about this. It's disappointing that they don't allow for more money out of it, because I mean, you put a lot of time and effort into the logging portion and you don't get really anything out of it. Makes me kind of sad. But I'll see you guys in the near future here. Well, after so much research into it, I can't easily change the price for wood, because wood is not considered a normal tippable item. It's its own entity, so I'd have to go in and start editing base game files, and God knows what might happen if I edit the wrong thing or put the wrong line of code, and all of a sudden my game is no longer capable. I don't know the Giants engine well enough to start dabbling into that kind of stuff. So to make things a little easier, because I still want to use this, I want to try something. So I'm actually going to sell this. I know we just bought it. We're going to lose some money on this, but I think it's for the better. So I'm going to need a dolly. And we're going to go with this setup. We'll go factory new. We'll probably use it a lot. And then if we go into forestry equipment, there's some different items here. These guys. I don't know if we want to go 12 meter, 15. Not a lot of difference between there, and I don't want to go up to 34, I don't think. That'd be the really big. Holy cow, that's a big trailer. You like do whole trees with that almost. You can do it with a trailer hitch in the back, so you could like double them up. Ooh. So that's like normal size. Does it specify how big the normal one is? So if I go, the wheel section, it's about 3 wheel sections long with a triple on it. So you go here. Okay, so that's like the normal size trailer. The other ones are just really long. Alright. Well, in that case, we're going to do this. We're going to do regular size and trailer hitch so that if we want to, we could hook them together and run like 2 trailers. That might get interesting. But the beauty of this trailer is that it's an auto load trailer. So it should make loading the trailers much easier, a little less tedious. At least that's the plan. Now I wonder if I can hook this up without getting out. Sometimes this portion, these kinds of items are a little bit weird. It's like if you put a loader on the tractor, then you have to get out. But if you put the bucket on the tractor, then you don't have to get out. Yep, this one is just like that. But we can pull this guy around, hopefully. Hopefully this isn't too big of a trailer loaded down that we can't get anywhere. But we don't have to cut trees very small now. They should auto load, hopefully. I've got a bunch of them available, so it'll be interesting to see. So you can see there's all sorts of options for this. Probably shouldn't be in 4-wheel steer mode for this because we're cruising down the road, but it is what it is. Ah, oops. So it's for unloading purposes. We can see where it is. Interesting. B will start auto load wood. O will switch sides. Z will auto unload. I've never used an auto load wagon before, so this has got me very curious about this. Like I said, it's just about the tedium aspect, to be honest. I could sit here and load trailers out for a long time, but we kind of need to be profitable at some point. Right now we're just losing money like crazy. So if I just go right up in here, if possible, then I go B. Oh, show loading position. It's just right there. So do you actually have to still like load them up? Like if I go here, oh now it went on there. So maybe I just have to get it close. Interesting. That one doesn't want to sit in the right spot. Alright, so the question is, does it continue loading? Like, if I go to here, I guess I don't need to I can do it this way. Oop. If I do that, and it continues the auto load feature, like, can I just use this guy to bring logs over? Just push them around? Because if that's the case, I mean, you can see we can get some pretty big trees on here. There we go. Get that one back on the trailer. Don't tip the tractor over. Don't hit the tree. Hit the tree. Oh, there's a branch up. There's one up there too. This isn't even like a logging fork that we have on here. This is just for bales. Oh. Probably shouldn't be zoomed out so far because I can't see what's going on. I run it right into that tree, which does me absolutely no good. Okay, maybe I need to rethink this a little bit. I suppose getting a grappling hook for this would not be a big deal. You know, the actual logging forks. Hey, we almost got it there, right? Oh boy. Going down the hill. Alright, so if we come around here and we push them towards the trailer, and of course the longer the logs are, the more money we get for them. Look at that. Oh, we just gotta push them there and it just loads them right up. Okay, this is doable. We would probably want some sort of a log fork so that we could grab a bunch of logs. But like if you were doing some logging out in the out here with one of the big machines, the Ponzi guys, you could make a lot of money. Let them cut, you know, some pretty big sections and just let them drop the trees off. I'm trying to push this. I think the problem is the loader's going lower than I'm expecting it to. So it's not quite turning it the way I want it to. There we go. Oh. Forgot about the stump. Okay, okay. Got it. Let's see here. There's a couple more pieces up here. Don't know if we can get a hold of them. A little piece here. Of course, I send it right for the tree again. So yeah, if you had the Ponzi machine, you just kind of roll right up in here, grab the tree, you know, drag it out like we've done in the past. We were doing like some wood chipping and stuff like that. This one might be a hard one to get out of here, just because of the location. If we can get it off this hill, we're going to be okay. You guys might like to watch me struggle. You know, yell at the screen, hey, you're doing it wrong. You know, bounce the tractor off the tree, no big deal. Now get both of them stuck on the tree. You know, the easy solution to that would be just straight up cut the tree down, right? Hope it falls to the right. Of course it fell to the left. Why wouldn't it fall to the left? This is a long tree. Get those branches off, you know. A little bit more right up here. Oh, I think we are no longer on the tree. Well, we can like cut it right here. Maybe right here. They're probably still not long enough. That's okay. Actually, this first one's pretty long. So what if instead we tried to back the trailer up? Well, actually, it might be really hard to back that in there. But let's grab a couple of those, see what we can get. And we'll sell it quick. Nice part is it keeps loading even when it's unloaded. So we don't really need to see the loading position anymore. We just need to make sure that it is loading. Oop. Raise this up. I was hoping to climb over those logs. There's one. There's the big one. That little one for some reason doesn't want to load. That's pretty good right now. So what we'll do is we'll turn off the auto load. We'll apparently get stuck on that log. Maybe we can get that one to go still. Nope, doesn't look like it. Well, in that case, we'll just tie everything down. I mean, we could fit a lot more trees on there. You know, I mean, we could really load this sucker up. Think about, you could do like whole trees with the big ones. This is only a 12 meter. That long tree is probably close to 15. And then there's a 20 meter option. Like I said, if you had the right size, made sure you weren't too long here, you could put two trailers, you know, one after another and get a whole lot of trees out in one shot. Like if you wanted to do some hardcore logging, that's the way to do it. I also took off, and I'm curious to see how this looks in here. So it's still showing the same pricing. So it's $5.70 for wheat. Yeah, so the prices got changed to be not so realistic, because even on easy, like it was designed to be super realistic pricing, which means we would never make any money. Like we would be always in debt. I was doing the numbers on it. Like you could work the entire area and just barely break even, which means that we have no room to expand. We have no room to do cool things. It just wouldn't be worthwhile. So we changed how things are now, which also makes me wonder about if I go here, here, and here, what are the fields worth? Like some of these were worth like, yeah, see now they're worth like 300,000. So these bare fields, I mean, we're gonna have to spend a lot of money. So it's a fair trade-off from that standpoint, I guess. I don't know. We'll just kind of make it up as we go. But I want to see what happens here when I unload these. How much money do we make from these? If it's a decent little amount, I mean, I'll keep doing it. So, sell wood. Yeah, we made $18,000 from that load. We almost paid for the trailer. So, we're going to be making some money during the winter time, if possible, logging now. And that's what I wanted to do. And we got a decent amount of money on other stuff too, so we'll see. Maybe I'll change the difficulty level a little bit so that it's not so easy money-wise. I'll have to do some number crunching like I did with the other one, but it wasn't going to be worthwhile. When you look at it, we were looking at wheat at like 570. Now it's 1100. I think I can change the difficulty in here somewhere. Yeah, economic is easy. So if I go to hard, now the pricing is really low. You know, wheat's 370. If I go to normal, it's like 600, so it's just a little bit more. So I think we're gonna do it on easy and see how this goes. I'm gonna have to check now where we are on this episode, because I've been talking for a while here, trying to rearrange it and make it. I mean, there's always gonna be that balance. If I was playing like super hardcore real life style, I would probably not do it for a video, right? I mean, you guys don't want to see me do season after season, year after year of this and not make any headway. You know, we got to be able to profit a little bit from this farm. And I don't want to like profit, you know, after 10, 12 years, because that's just, it doesn't make good video. So there's got to be a balance, and that's what we're going with. So let me check on how we are doing in this video, and I'll be back in a little bit. Well, as you can see, they're easy to load, but judging by all the marks in my field there, if you get the wagon into an area that, let's say, is plowed ground, it doesn't move very well. There's a lot of weight here. And you can see I'm struggling to pull it up and out of here, so I may not quite have the tractor to pull these loads. I'm really glad I didn't get the bigger trailers, because, well, I just wouldn't be able to pull them. But it looks like we're going to manage. This is quite the load here. I mean, there's a lot of trees on there. And once I figured out how the auto loading works, it's pretty simple to load up a wagon like this. Definitely would be easier if I had some sort of a wood grappling type attachment on the front of the loader. But that's probably going to be for another day, or as we get more serious. I mean, at some point we're probably just going to get ourselves a Ponzi style woodcutter, and then we can cut a lot of trees down. And well, look, maybe there's some land that we can choose to turn over from trees over to farmland, and try to do that again like we did in Farming Simulator 17. I think that would be an interesting challenge. But like I said, that's for another day. I'm curious to see what this kind of load brings in. This will definitely pay for the trailer, though. How much weight does it show we have on there? 43,000? Dang, that's a lot of weight. I wonder about if we can just auto unload it. So where's the unload point? Over there. So we want to do... No, we want to auto load to the other side. Period? No. Switch auto load to left. Rotate, hide. Okay, that switches that. It's all fine and dandy, but maybe if we do O. Oh yeah, it does switch it over there. Okay. So if we pull this along here, and we do unload. Basically makes kind of a pile. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Hide that. So we should have all of them on the area that you can sell to, I think. Yep. $60,000. Oh, now we're in the business. That's going to be awesome when it comes to making some money here on the side in our off season. That'll help us out tremendously. But I think this episode's actually going to wrap up a little early here. It's not super early, but it's a little early because we mostly just worked with wood stuff. I'm going to end up taking this into the winter now, and we'll see. I don't know if we're 100% set up for doing logging yet. This is not exactly the tractor that you should be using to pull stuff, but I mean, we need something a little bigger probably. I don't know how well a truck would work. But we've got a lot of farmland to work up. I wanted to get some money in the bank though before we do anything else. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to start spreading lime on those fields that we bought. Anything that's not seeded, you know, if you go here, obviously that one's seeded. Any of them that are blue, we can come across here, put some lime on them, prep them. That's ready. So this one here, and some of the hay fields I'm going to probably dig in as well. But it probably wouldn't hurt to try to start digging some of that land in this fall here before it freezes, so that we don't have a whole bunch of work to do in the springtime. Because you hate to try to plant stuff and just run out of time planting. So that's what I'm going to start working at. And we'll see when the snow flies, but the next time I see you guys for the next episode, that'll probably be all white and be a completely different world than what I'm leaving you with now. So with that, thank you guys all for watching, and until next time, as always, take it easy.